What's up? I'm here with Nicole Burke, Matt Burke. Y'all know each other?
Yes.
Okay. We're fresh off 22.2. How did that actually go for you, Nicole?
It was okay.
Okay, yeah, I think that's actually best case scenario when you do 40 million deadlifts and then a bunch of burpees and all that stuff. So how did you feel after 22.2, Coach?
I didn't finish it, so I don't think I felt the same as everyone else. But my back is healthy, and that's what I'm really excited about.
I think best case scenario is that we're all alive and well for 22.3. We have a workout today. What are we working on, Nicole?
4 rounds. 13 cal ski for me, 17 for the boys, 10 muscle ups or 10 chest to bar pull ups, and 10 bench press, 185 for the boys and 125 for me.
So I can't do muscle ups. How are we fixing this for somebody who's maybe not a professional CrossFit athlete, Coach?
Yeah, there's a ton of ways you can. Today for Drew, we're just going to go ahead and work on some chest to bar pull-ups because that may come in handy later. And it's just a skill that he can develop anyway. So why not go ahead and just pick your poison on that one.
And I reserve the right to go to ring rows whenever I feel like it because it's my life and I'm going to live it how I want. So I think it's time to get to the workout. You ready? We go in 3,
2, 1.
Okay, so that was tough.
Yep.
But I'm king of the scaled division.
Yeah, you
which
crushed it.
I'm really,
You won.
I'm really excited about.
You're on a 1-game win streak right now. Congrats.
1-game win streak
Yeah.
in the scaled division.
Yeah.
With the pros.
Yeah.
So what was the hardest thing for you, Nicole, when we got in there?
The hardest part for me was the bench press.
Mm-hmm.
Going from my first round was just a mess. I went unbroken on my 10 muscle ups, bad idea. And then I was very shot for the bench press, and didn't have very good accuracy, and so it threw me off. And so I decided we're going to change the game plan.
So you're saying you went unbroken and that's a mistake. Why would going unbroken be a mistake, Coach? Because I feel like going unbroken is like a good thing. So why is that a mistake?
No, I don't think so. I wanted her to try to go unbroken on the first one just to see what happens. And I do like the fact that she had to kind of change on the fly. I think one thing that we work on a lot, or what we need to start working on a little bit, is being able to stray away from the original game plan. And so you just kind of had to figure this out on the fly. And so I like that. Hey, first round didn't work well. We got to figure something out because this is going to be a train wreck if I continue to go this way. So the reason why is there's a lot of interference in this workout, going from muscle ups, which has a big shoulder press at the top of it, and then going into these bench presses right after. There's just not enough time for your shoulders to recover, and then she experienced that in the first round. But again, just change the rep scheme up a little bit, and then I noticed that she was going in like 2 sets the rest of the way after that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. So how'd you break up the bench press in rounds 2, 3, and 4?
I went 5-5 on the bench press every time except for the first round. And I went 6-4 on the muscle ups every time after the first round.
Yeah. What's the trick to muscle ups? Like as someone who can't do them, for you, when did it click? Like, oh, this is like the key movement in a muscle up.
Definitely your hip swing on the way up. Like I try to pop my hips as much as possible and like really big turnover quickly, and you just got to trust yourself that you're strong enough to hold yourself here. And then it's almost like an effortless dip because I have so much momentum. It's like part of the movement.
Right. Well, it's like being a gymnast. Like to me, it doesn't even feel like fitness. It's like a different sport that I've never even tried. That's why I was stoked about chest to bar. That was like probably the best chest to bar pull-ups I've ever done.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Y'all know.
I've seen the journey. The journey's gone from like stricty kind of chin-uppies, sort of, and now we're kipping chest to bar pull-ups, and your shoulder is still attached and very healthy, it looks like.
My shoulder feels great. Well, a lot of it too is like going and seeing a chiropractor too, and it's about waking up the muscles in the back and like just figuring out how the movement works. What would you say to people who maybe can't do chest to bar? How do you get to that level, or how do you work your way up to that?
I think you would be a better tell of that. You've kind of experienced the journey firsthand, and we we start with strict to make sure we build the strength up, and then we make sure that we're, again, healthy shoulders, good range of motion, and getting full extension. And then full extension meaning at the bottom, I'm able to just kind of hang pain-free. And then can I pull my chin over the bar and then start to develop the strength there. Yeah. Then we start working the dynamic stuff like the kip swings, and then we start putting it all together. But it has to start with just the general foundation of strength, and then we build off that. I think a lot of people try to rush it, and you'll see that. You'll see people rush it, and they can do one strict pull-up on a good day, and then they can only do like 3 kipping pull-ups, and then their shoulders bummed out for a week, and it's because they don't have the strength yet.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too. Like, it depends on the day, right? So with like the open, where you have, you know, a weekend to do a workout and there's so much riding on it, like, how do you approach doing any open workout? And then specifically, how do you go to 22.3, you know, looking at like, maybe I have to do this workout and I'm maybe not feeling my best, or just whatever. Like, how do you approach that as an athlete?
I think I'm definitely still learning how to approach it. I mean, I don't have it down pat. And I think what's worked best for me in the past has been like not doing other people's workout. Meaning like, oh, you know, so-and-so may be able to do 10 muscle-ups unbroken. But that's not in my capacity. I just showed myself that. So I'm not going to try to do that, because I could possibly be faster than them even by breaking it up. Mm-hmm. So I think approaching the open workouts, I just have to focus on what my workout is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
run your race
that
right,
way.
Exactly.
Run your race.
We talk a lot about it being very similar to Formula One, where she's a driver. Every car is a little bit different, and so every driver has to drive their car differently. I can't expect to be the Mercedes car and drive it like the Red Bull car. They're just different, and they're both fast and they're both capable of winning. But it doesn't mean I'm going to run that race. Different driver, different car, different setup. It's just, so you have to run your race, and Nicole knows that, and we talk about that going into it. What's the best way for her to get through this workout? Not necessarily, oh, I saw such and such online and they did this and their score was this, and we don't even know what a good score is yet. But, you know, so we just kind of, let's talk it out.
Now, like in a day, that's one piece. So a lot of people like me, I would feel really good about that being my workout for the day, maybe a little bit of cardio afterwards or some core accessory stuff. How much other stuff have you done today, and do you have to do today?
I finished early today. This was my last workout, but I started early this morning around 8. I did a about 30-minute bike workout, ate breakfast, came in here, did my Olympic weightlifting, which was today's snatch. Did some strength afterwards with some hang snatch pulls. And then I did another workout.
That's a lot.
And then
some accessories. And then I ate some lunch, and then we finished it off with this one.
Yeah. And once again, you know, I won this one, and I want y'all I want y'all to feel bad at all. Like, y'all did great. I'm proud of both of you. But you were catching up.
I almost got you.
Oh my gosh.
Almost got you.
Well, that's what's funny too. Like, that's what I love about this is like you can find a version of it to where you can still be in the conversation.
Yeah.
So I hope people realize that, like, man, you got to come check this out.
And it's so fun too, working out with other people. Like, I know you could feel me creeping up, and I could feel myself creeping up, so I pushed you to go faster, and you definitely pushed me to go faster, like thinking, okay, you only get a 5-second break right here, and then you got to go. Like, you got to get going because you're about to get him.
Isn't it funny how we all pretend we're not paying attention to the other person?
Oh, yeah.
But everyone knows that we're paying attention to each other.
100%. I came down for the muscle ups, and I was like, oh, Drew's still in the bench press. Like, maybe there's a chance.
Yeah.
And
you get a little mini adrenaline dump.
And then like you do 3 bench press. I'm like, no chance. There's no chance.
Well, we had talked about too, like, I hadn't done bench press in a while, and like it was really fun having to focus on technique, because, you know, we talked about doing narrow grip on the bar, like just because of my shoulder, trying not to, thinking about mechanics under stress. You feel like, I think a lot of people think like, well, you need less stress to focus on mechanics, but it's like, no, it's do or die.
Right.
Like, you really have to focus on what you're doing to get it done. So.
It is hard after you've gotten your heart rate up, and then to get, you know, lay horizontal, and you've got, you know, your weight above your face, and you're like, I need to really focus right now, because just anything wrong, like, you're going to get stuck.
Right. We saw that with the deadlift burpee workout from 22.2. It's like, oh, burpees, that's not an issue. And it's like a deadlift, that's not crazy heavy. And then you're like 4 minutes into it, and you're like, I don't know if I can pick this up again.
Right.
And I have 80 more deadlifts to do. So, you know, and it's simple. You just pick the weight up just like this. It should be simple, but you really do have to kind of dial it in when your heart rate's up.
Simple doesn't mean easy. I understand what 1,000 push-ups means. It doesn't mean I can do it, you know? Like,
Yeah.
so how did you attack 22.2?
I definitely paced out for the first half, I think a little bit too much. And so what I learned was that I need to just trust my fitness a little bit more, and not be so doubtful of the volume, because honestly, like, that was a very easy workout compared to what we normally do. Like, we do harder workouts like that every single day, or harder workouts than that every single day. And so, like, just stop worrying about, you know, what the perfect thing to do is. Instead, like, just do yourself. So first half, 1 through 10, I think I was pretty much on pace for what we discussed, maybe a little bit slower. And then on the back half, just kind of like couldn't quite pull it together, because of, for one reason or another, just not thinking through, like, I think on the round of 6 is whenever I kind of started to fall apart, and I felt like I was so far away from finishing, but I really wasn't that far away from finishing. I mean, it was about a little over a minute of work. And so a lot of times in my workouts, I'll kind of know, like, I've done this for so long, I'll know, however, like, okay, 10 bench press, I know that's going to take me 20 seconds. So in my head, Nicole, you have 20 seconds of work. Just get the 20 seconds of work done. You can do anything for 20 seconds. And so in that workout, I should have been like, you have 90 seconds of work. You can work for 90 seconds. And then I would have been done and out of it. Instead, I was thinking, oh my God, I have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's 6 more rounds of this.
I was like, oh gosh, it just became too big. But I mean, I just should have been a little bit tougher, and I've definitely learned from it. So that's what this is about.
Because you ever see people get like kind of analysis paralysis like that, where you like, you know what I mean? Where you're so concerned about strategy.
Yeah.
And that's like a good thing. You should be concerned about strategy, but at a certain point it's like, I just kind of have to do it. Like, there's no, like, it's, everything's out the window.
Yeah.
Like,
you definitely, I think we see things like this on like longer AMRAPs, so it's like, oh no. So it's kind of interesting to see with this workout being such a relatively short time cap, but you see the dauntingness of how many rounds it is. It's like, oh, you have 19 rounds. But again, if you can break it down to, no, I actually only have like a minute and a half of hard work. Once you can wrap your head around it, now you can see the finish line a lot better. But you know, you see it with more the average athlete like us, and it's like, oh no, I'm only on the round of 7 and things are hard, and now I have to figure out how to get through 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, and you're over here thinking, when it's like, no, just get down, do a burpee, and keep moving, and then just that's how you're gonna get your best out of it anyway.
yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, I've heard you tell me before, like, hey man, get out of your head.
Yes.
Like, it depends on the person too. Everybody's different. And this was a fun one to just kind of, what I love about it is nothing else matters at the time. It's just the workout. You know, everything else melts away, and it was so much fun. So real happy to be scale champion, and
You crushed.
I'm never gonna let that go. Ever.
Timestamp it in your life. Yeah.
No, next time I want to try muscle ups, and that's the other thing. It takes so much longer. Like, it takes so much time to do the muscle up. Like, I really want to get on that. But this was awesome.
Yeah.
This was a good workout.
It was. I can barely hold my mic up.
Yeah.
I'm like really just kind of pivoting everything real hard.
This is your cool down, just to to just talk on mic, on camera. So going into 22.3, Coach, how are you advising an athlete to look at 22.3, like a pro athlete?
Oh well, I'm not going to assume I know what every pro athlete's trying to do. Some people are just in different spaces, but for us, we're just going to try to let it fly a little bit more. It should line up to be a little bit more higher skill workout, and so something that we feel a little more confident with anyway. So no stress, even if things go in a crash and burn scenario, we should be fine. So taking that pressure off should allow her to just like go for it, see what happens, and then that gives us just another learning tool moving forward into the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. and knowing that my workout is good enough.
It is.
Yep, I don't have to do anybody else's workout.
Run your race.
Running my race.
That's what I think. That's the overarching like lesson of just not just today, but like kind of life. That it doesn't matter who you are. You got to just run your race.
It is true.
And be happy with it. You put the work in. So yeah, we're all excited. You got this. 22.3.
You got this too.
No,
so do you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have something. High
We
five.
got this.
Let's go.
See. Like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe. Follow. What else?
Comment down below. What do you
I'll take
think
to
the workout's going to
candy
be?
shop.
Oh, we didn't discuss. So I finished in 13:45.
14:37.
Mm-hmm.
After everyone else. So at least
15,
15.
20.
Yeah.
Something.
15.
Run your race. We
Yes.
already okay, but we
It's
want
okay.
people to comment if you did this actual workout. Comment what you finished in and let us know how it went.
Yeah, and if you modified something, I think that's pretty cool to learn too.
Join me in the scale division. There's plenty of room.
It's an ocean. It's an ocean of possibility when we
Hey.
say.
of the pyramid.
Not scaled too.
I did.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
Only
There's no
one thing.
shame. There's no shame in that game.
Yeah. Should have scaled 3 things, but scaled 1.
Yeah, dude, 155 has never felt so heavy. It really has not. Like that was I had
My
to
first round, I
dig.
laid down and I was like, "Where's the ceiling? I can't see it. It's moving."
Oh, really? Jeez.
I was not okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that again.
Where is the ceiling?
I'm looking right at
Goodness.
it.
It's
But it's going dark and like this.
oh my
Bench
gosh.
press anyway.
Don't stay away from the light. Yeah. That's intense.